Is the digital ID the mark of the beast? First of all, I think it is good for us to be able to know what the digital ID is so that we are able to link whether it is part of the mark of the beast. And so the digital ID is actually data that is stored on computer systems that relates to an individual, a universal form of identification that helps you verify yourself as a citizen or a foreigner wherever you are accepting government services. And we find that this is something that has been a conversation that has been going around in Kenya, in the UK, the Prime Minister, and you find also other EU countries, and they're talking about it being something that will be in action, especially when it comes to 2026. And so, since it is that, and it is tied to your computer, it's where there's data that is stored on computer system that relates to like an individual, like I mentioned, and it is for regulation and control. You see, it's like information is being harmonized so that there can be control and there can be regulation, especially within the governments and countries. And now, since this is something that can also be on your phone, is that the mark of the beast? What does the Bible talk about the mark of the beast? And the mark of the beast is something that is being talked about in the Bible in the book of Revelation chapter 13 from verse 16 to 18, verse 15. The second beast was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast so that the image could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be killed. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. So we get to see from the Bible, the mark of the beast is in Revelation chapter 13, and we find that the mark of the beast is something that is on the right hand or on the forehead, and its number is 666. So does that mean that the identification or the ID is actually the mark of the beast? I will say it is something that is ushering us to get to the place that the mark of the beast will be in action. And so what this says is the mark of the beast is something that will be either on the hand or on the forehead. And I know that there are some people who are talking about the mark of the beast being chips, being barcodes and all those things. But the Bible is clear because it says it is either on the right hand or on the forehead. And the mark of the beast is in relation to paying allegiance or worshipping the beast, and the beast is actually Satan, as it has been explained in the Bible. And so for me, I also tend to see another thing so that it is clear. For Christians or for believers, the mark of the beast comes way later, because according to the Bible, and we are pre-tribulational, which means that rapture will happen first and then the tribulation will take place. And the second coming of Christ is in two phases, but I'll talk about one and you'll be able to watch the other. There's a video I've done about the second coming of Christ. And so you find that when rapture happens, this is where the Bible talks about it. For pre-tribulation, you find that it happens between Revelation 4 and 5. This is after the church had been prepared and told to repent and to be saved from the temptation. And so all these things that happens is where, when rapture happens first, you find that the man of lawlessness, who is the Antichrist, he will rise up as a minority. He will rise up coming with solutions, and he will help when the world is in chaos. And then the mark of the beast comes a bit later, where now the church has been taken up. So that's why for believers or Christians who are following Christ, you should not worry about it. But let me talk about the people that will be left behind, and some maybe might know Christ. And these people that might know Christ, when you have the mark of the beast, that is a seal that you've taken and you are doomed to hell. I know some people may say, oh, the mark of the beast is something that we can just take so that we can be able to buy, not to go hungry, but in our hearts we have given our lives to Christ. No. The thing is, once you have the mark of the beast on you, you are doomed to hell. And that is what the Bible talks about, especially if you continue from chapter 14, 15 up to 19 of the book of Revelation. So the thing is, when it comes to these digital IDs, the thing is, it is ushering us to the place that, in as much as governments will be able to offer control and regulation and systems will be in place, it ushers us to the place that it will bring about the Antichrist, where there will be the worship of the mark of the beast, or the worship of the beast, and it is about someone having the mark of the beast either on the right hand or on the forehead. What do you guys think about this? Thank you so much. Let us continue to live victoriously so that we lead others to do the same.